may pasabog po ako sa inyo. I have to admit that I left my job only after 8 months, and this is the reason why, and this is what I've learned. 8 months. 8 months lang po ang tinagal ko sa kanila. I cannot tolerate it anymore. I said I have a better opportunity that is giving me all the support, and I have the potential of earning more. So I'm not gonna stay because I'm afraid to rock the boat. To everyone who followed me in my journey as a sales accountant, or not sales accountant, no ba yan? As a sales executive with the previous company that I had, the nature of my job is actually sales rep. Okay? I am a sales rep of a certain company. So, tatawagin kang sales executive, tatawagin kang business development executive, tatawagin kang sales consultant, but in general, you are selling a product for the company. Yan po ang nature ng job ko. So, when I left my previous job last January, I found another job instantly. But this job, they have a physical store. So, mayroon po silang store, 2 locations, and they are selling PPEs, boots, high-vis, clothing materials, Carhartt, name the brands. Okay, Port West, Ariat, Forge, Dickies, whatever brand you can think in the market, na para po siya sa mga lalaki. Mostly for men, they cater the business to the trade. So, yun po ang trabaho na nakita ko. So, I don't want to mention the name of the company because she is claiming that I'm gonna contact my lawyer. So guys, so I left my job after 8 months. In my previous vlog, I was expressing my frustration that I felt na hindi nila ako sinusuportahan. I have to find out my way para na makapag-print ako ng aking mga materials, look for my own source para na makapag-print ako ng aking catalogs. I have the flipbook that I subscribed for me to be able to create the catalog for the company. So, I started as yung parang store associate ka lang, yung parang part-time na few hours in a week, and I will be coming in helping fold some clothes, try to assist the customers that will come in, learn the products, as if like I was misunderstood, I guess. When I come in and apply for a job, they want me to fill in like, yung parang application form. You put your name, your address, your previous experience, what company, what you do, but in a brief phrases only. So when they apply me, they just like the next day, they call me and say, hey, come back on Monday. You will be starting on Monday if that's okay. So I did not ask question because it seems like they are a legit company, and I see na they're a store. They have a physical store. So they never ask questions about what I do, what I can do, what I'm capable of, what I'm experienced, what did I do in my previous job. None of those was asked, except little that I know na they are desperate to have someone na can fill in into the hours of the, hours sa employees para po ang isang empleyado ay makauwi ng maaga. So, in January, February, March, I was ready to leave. Talagang gusto ko nang umalis kasi my brain cannot tolerate yung parang kang sales lady. Guys, I cannot tolerate to stand and fold clothing. My brain process in a different way. I can be productive outside. I can be productive building business. I can be productive making money outside. So for the first 3 months, even 2 months, I was already ready to leave. Every week, just to give you the idea how I started and how I progressed, every week, we reshuffle the store. Para may ADHD yung store, day. So, kung dito nakalagay yung etong mga FR clothing na to, it will be moved in a different corner the next week. Once you move one spot, you move all around 360 degrees. Then they have back rooms that they use for their inventory. So those back rooms as well are being rotated in each rooms. Napagod ako sa kaulit-ulit na every week para kaming may ADHD na hindi mapakali. Hala, sige, rotate ng rotate, rotate ng rotate. On March, I was ready to leave and I said I cannot tolerate it. My brain cannot process this way. I cannot stand and wait for the customer to buy a single pants. I'm not used to checking out $200, $400. I'm used to writing a sale thousands, you know. That's just like the nature of how I process. And I have to take like a step back. Hey, Angie, you're not in the sales world anymore. Tinanggap mo tong trabaho na to. So dapat mag-adjust ka. Yung ganon. But still, I'm coming home na parang defeated. Yung parang pagod, na parang feeling mo na parang kang hindi ka nanalo. Yun po ang aking feeling. So, I make a proposal with them. I said, look, you are 40 years in business and you're happy with a $300 sale. You're happy with $700 sale a day, while there are 3 people in the store that you are paying for hourly wage. How do you guys keep up? That was my question. I wasn't ashamed asking that question. And they said, oh yeah, it's a slow time, you know, it's gonna pick up, blah, 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 blah. And I said, have you guys ever thought about going business to business? Because right now you are catering customers, B2C. So I said, are you thinking of a B2B? They have no knowledge about what is a B2B, okay? The manager has been there for 17 years. She graduated high school, nagkaasawa, nagkaanak, never left. Yun lang. She probably learned, you know, by herself along the way. Natuto siyang magkalkal ng mga kung ano-ano sa internet. Natuto siyang mag-handle ng business. But she has no training in management. Wala po siya lahat. What is a B2B? Sabi ko, business to business. Sabi niya, how does B2B work? So I said na, instead of me selling to a single customer, I will go sell to a business that has employees, a minimum of 50 or a minimum of, let's go cheaper, let's go like yung parang moms and pops, has a minimum of 20 people up. So imagine like a manufacturing company, they have a lot of people under them. So if I go straight ahead to the buyer who look after the 100 employees, you are shooting 100 employees by dealing a single person. So they got excited, but still they don't know how it works. Sabi nila sa akin, how can you help? Sabi ko, I have a lot of contacts from my previous job, and I can use that skills and I can use that contacts who are loyal to me and see if they are willing to give their business to me. So what I did on the beginning, I was soliciting people. Sabi ko, if I am going to sell chemicals, but not specific chemicals, general names, sabi ko, will you guys purchase? Some of them, yes. They said, yes. Yeah, we will support you. I'm loyal to you. Wherever you go, we follow. So that role created end of March. So second week of March. That role was created and we have an agreement. I was offered. I said, but in return, I won't be an hourly wage. Otherwise, you know, I'd rather go back and work to my previous company and earn the money that I earned in the past. And I said, I'm willing to help you out, but I need that support and I need your commitment and I need you guys to follow the path or our goal. So there was a goal, okay? But I laid out what I need. I laid out how we can be successful, what are the products that we have to bring in, and what are the products that these people are looking outside that is like a rotation, like yung parang every month they will buy. So I invited a lot of vendors, I invited a lot of manufacturers dito sa company na I left, and to open an account to it. I said, instead of us buying to a third party, we will go straight to the manufacturing people and open an account with them and buy it straight from them and then sell it for a profit. They said, yes, it makes sense. Okay. Now, I said, I need catalogs. I need business cards. I have to print a lot of paperwork. I already have my own computer. I need access. I need pricing. I have to see how much you buy and how much profit margin we will add. A lot of those actually have hindi siya nangyari. Okay? I have to subscribe Flipbook, which I have to pay $100. I created the catalog. I created flyers. I did most. I think you see me in my previous video. I forgot the title of my other blog when I started this role. I did all of it, and everybody was excited. So, on the first month, automatic 13 accounts was open. Then there were orders right away. Then orders after orders after orders. Now June was a little bit slow. In some cases, some municipalities, it's their budget are being frozen, or the budget is still on yung fiscal year, kumbaga, natapat ng June. So, medyo mahirap yung June. Now, July, I sold a lot of July. Okay? There was a bunch. But, March, April, May, June, July, and yung August, okay? Let's say just 4 months. So 4 months, I had the frustration of, I need catalog. Wala sila, sabi nila, oh yeah, we will try to order. They are sourcing, they are looking for codes, they are calling people, if we will print this, how many pages, how much you are asking, etc., etc. Now, when they learned that it is expensive, it was like, I asked them to compile all of the categories. Wag yung parang pagka drain and sewer, a different compilation. Cleaners, a different compilation, kasi mapamahal siya. So, ang sabi ko, one binder together, whether it is 150 pages or 250 pages, you are saving some money. And I offered them, I said, if you can buy a binder machine, I can bind it, we can print it. We had the printer. They said, no, it takes a lot of money. I'm not paying you guys to sit down. I need you to go out and so start getting some orders. And I said, okay. I said, when are you going to order the catalogs? Oh yeah, we're trying to source it out and it's coming. There was prints around end of April. I think there were 20 catalogs that was printed, and I said, I need a catalog. Customers want some visual. They cannot just like recreate and magically think what we sell and say, hey, Angie, you know what, that I can order that one. I said, they are old. They know what they are looking for, but they don't know what the brand that we are carrying and what we are selling. So, of course, they need something, a reference. So, napasubo sila. Binigyan ako ng 20 copies. But my accounts are not only 20 accounts. I mean, there's more. So, I was like starving. Wala akong flyer. So, what I did, bumili ako ng printer. Okay? Bumili ako ng printer. So, napabili ako ng printer, guys, para makapag-print ako. Okay? So, that's what I did. Kasi I was tired of asking, I need a flyer, I need catalog, I need this, I need that, I need this. And what I do, I actually created yung flipbook, you know. So, then, mayroon akong QR code. So, sinasabi ko na lang sa mga customers ko na scan the QR code and save it to your phone. And if you need something, you know, you can scan it through your phone. Digital muna tayo. Yung parang ako na lang ang nag-i-excuse sa kanila. And my expectation was, they keep giving me promises after promises. My expectation was, they're gonna order and it's gonna come in on May. Now, May comes in and I said, you know what, I have a proposal. Kasi sabi ko sa kanila, the customers are asking, do we have a sale? Do we have some, yung mga pakulo, kumbaga, diba? So, I pointed out something. They have gloves. Since I started, I've never seen a single sale. So sabi ko sa kanila, what if, for example, whatever your slow moving products around here, we'll put it on sale. Not literally that you are losing money. You put it where it's at cost. Kung nabili mo siya ng $1, bibenta natin ng $1.50 instead of asking $5. You see what I mean? So sabi naman nila, oh yeah, we'll think about it. Now, because they are so greedy na gusto nila ang profit, sobra-sobra, they rather want to stock up inventory and think of a bigger profit. than moving their inventory fast enough so yung pera nila ay babalik. Hindi po ang ganun ang mentality nila. So I said, okay, if you don't want pakulo, if you don't want to do that, if you want to sell, I need a sample so I could at least give out to people and have them try. Once they tried it, they use the gloves, then they will be happy about it and they will order. They said, oh yeah, that's too expensive. That's part of the inventory. You have to note yourself how many you give, you know. Yung parang lahat na lang may rason na they are spending money outside. And I told them in the beginning, this is a little bit an investment, but in return, it's gonna come back. But believe me or not, guys, I give them revenue. Too much revenue. So, just one example. I sold one client, 4,700, profit margin, 100%. I get 10%. 10% lang po yung akin, 90% sa kanila. Okay? So, dun mo talaga ma-measure na they don't want to spend money out, but they want money in. Okay? The other frustration I have was, customers are complaining na yung order nila is always like 2 weeks, 1 week, 8 days, 7 days, bago ma-deliver. Sabi ko sa kanya, these customers are expecting their product within 2 to 3 days. You know, bakit kamo? Okay? If they want a brake cleaner, meaning they are fixing something and that product is needed to fix that brake. Okay? They are paid by their company to fix the equipment, and they are not going to wait when you're going to deliver the product in order for them to fix the equipment. It's a domino effect. It's either you tell them, hey, the product that you are ordering will take about 2 weeks to 1 month before they arrive. Is that okay with you? Kung okay lang yung customer, oh yeah, mag-antay kami ng 1 buwan bago namin matanggap yung product na in-order namin, fine. But there is no communication at all. Walang communication galing sa akin, because if I ask them and say, hey, what's the ETA of the order? Oh yeah, we need to meet the minimum first before we can take an order, or we can place the order. And I said, well, this is not known to me before. Example, yung order is $800. The minimum is $1,500. I have to look for the rest of the $700 para ma-place po yung order sa vendor na gusto nilang orderan. Sabi ko, that's very, yung parang mali sa akin, parang mali. Sabi ko, bakit naman ganon? While I can search it right now and I can see it right now. It's actually cheaper to buy it in Walmart. It's cheaper to buy it on Amazon rather than going to the company that they wanted to buy. And they said, well, that's the way it is. So, nung mga unang buwan, imagine guys I had a customer who ordered an air freshener 2 buwan bago guys na deliver. 2 months. And I was having anxiety. I cannot go back to that person and explain because I don't have any explanation to share, kasi hindi naman sila nag-share sa akin ng bakit na delay, bakit hindi in order, because they keep giving me promises. Oh yeah, we placed the order. Oh yeah, we are ordering tomorrow. Oh yes, we will sort them out. Oh yeah, we will put an order next week. Yung mga false promises, kumbaga, while I'll treat my business with integrity. You know, if I promise something, if I say, hey, I will place your order, I will place your order. If I say I will give you a catalog, I will give you a catalog. If I say I'll give you a 5% discount, I'll give you a 5%. Those are just an example. It's not necessarily that that's what I am doing. I have no way of discounting at all. Wala, kasi wala akong access sa quoting, wala akong access mag-place ng order. All I have to do is to come back and write, you know, magsusulat ako ng mga kung anong papel ang susulatan ko, this is what they want to order. And believe me or not, I felt that I was going backwards in my career. I felt that I am ruining my reputation towards the people that I made connections with. And I felt na I am ruining the business at the same time. So, sabi ko sa kanila, if we cannot comply to what we say, better not do it. Okay? here's an example. I actually doing some branding, like example, like you're a company, you're a village of Chicago, and I will say, you know what, I can do branding with your vest, I can do branding on your t-shirts, I can do branding and etc. Because I come in with chemicals, but also they try to trick me to sell boots on a daily basis. Magtitinda ng boots, magtitinda ng t-shirts, magtitinda ng mga pantalon, magtitinda ng mga kung ano-ano. Sabi ko, those customers will not buy boots every month. They will probably buy the vest and the t-shirts every 3 months, but they're not gonna buy every month, believe me or not. Okay, so now I promoted the branding, but before I got the branding, I have to buy, hold on. So before I was able to get that job order in branding, I have to buy my own sample. Okay, I made this one. So I made this one. Yung original po nila ay 55 stars. Pero I created a 50 star, a crane, and yan po. Okay, I made this one. I also made this one. Okay, yung volcan. And there was another one. Oh, I already cut them off. One of the village. And I created this. They didn't have anything until I started. So, napahanga ko po yung mga customer. And they said, okay, can we do, one of the businesses asked me to do like 2 dozens of vests. Then yung all crane asked for a 60 pieces po ng vest. Then yung other company, deconstruction. So the other company is looking for a hat with embroidery and a t-shirt as well. So doon ko po nakuha yung business na yan. And every time I come back with a sale, you know, this is not me like, you know, making them bad. It is a realization and a learning na they haven't learned from their 40 years in business. They're very slow. They think they can just take up their time. They think they can just like spend 2 months making a coat and spend 3 months sourcing the product and spend 1 month printing it in an actual t-shirt, and before you know it, it's 1 year before it's being delivered. I probably am exaggerating, but that is true. Okay, I placed an order. It took her 2 weeks to place. I placed the order. Then 2 weeks before she was able to place the prints. Okay? And dumating na po yung vest, dumating na po yung print. 2 weeks after, tsaka lang nag-umpisa na i-print sa vest. How many weeks na, if you are going to count, before po namin na-deliver yung product? And I was frustrated. I kept saying, when are we going to deliver that? When are we going to finish that? I was just like, oh yeah, oh yes, yeah, we will do it. Oh yeah, we will do it. Okay? Yung hinahanap kong support, yung hinahanap kong professionalism sa kanila ay talagang, I thought I can help them build up their businesses to a different, believe me or not, those people that I go to, those people that I cold call has no knowledge who they are. And I just put their name out there with all my confidence, you know, for them to trust me, then they will buy. Okay? I felt na yung expectation ko, and then yung expectation nila, I don't know what's their expectation to me. Nagmi-mix match po yung expectation nila. Yung lack of growth in sa opportunity, because I will ask for, hey, you know what, one of the company is asking for a brochure for your boots, and they don't give me the catalog because they think you are sharing information, or you are sharing like business that they can source it to someone, use it to source somewhere else. That's what they think. They're kind of like, oh, baka gagamitin nila yan at hindi naman yan o-order sa atin, yung mga ganun tipo. But this company have an account with us. I open an account with them. So, until now that I left, hindi pa rin yun nabigay sa tao. sabi ko sa kanila, you are losing opportunity. Believe me or not, I bring you to the table. I already passed the 99% hardship. I am in front of the buyer. All we have to do is to show it to them and get the orders from them. But because you don't want to give me the brochure, you don't want to increase your business, that's fine with me, right? Yung work balance sa kanila, I thought I would be flexible. Hindi po. Parati akong pagod. So I leave around 8 o'clock or 8-ish. Then, babalik po ako ng store because I am expected to work in the store up to 6 o'clock para na mag-fold ng mga kung anong t-shirt, para mag-fold ng mga pants, para na mag-vacuum ng store. Kasi ang closing 6 o'clock eh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 hours. But you know what? I'm not paid 10 hours. I am paid 40 hours a week. So she wants me to come back, and help out the store. So yung parang hindi ko alam, yung parang mas haggard ako sa work ko. And yung burnout, naramdaman ko yung burnout last month sa kanila kasi it seems na ako lang yung parang hindi nila ako naintindihan. Ako lang parati I always goes out of my way para na mag-create ng mga pakulo just for the customer to purchase and to buy. I'll come back with a $3,000 order. I'll come back with an order with a text, a lot of orders. I remember one day when I sent the order that was like about 8,000. Is there more? But then she get overwhelmed if I gave her a lot of orders. Nagagalit siya kasi sabi niya, I have no time. All of my staff are back up, etc., etc. Okay? I'm not really like trashing the company. I'm not really blaming the company. It is just like I was in a way helping them and training her to be able to like make it like efficient. I was teaching her something, not how to save a PDF file, so I'm like, why is it you don't know how to save PDF file, how to save the code and email it to the customer and attach it? I was teaching her. Then I was teaching her how to compute your profit margin. Then whatever I sell, I don't know how much my profit and how much my commission. Sila lang nakakaalam. It will just show up in my paycheck. It will just show up in my paycheck. And one day I was like, huh? Ba't ganito lang? Oh yeah, it wasn't much. You didn't. So if I receive like $100 commission, meaning 1,000 lang yung profit nila, I don't believe it. I don't believe it kasi yung profit margin nila is ang taas, sobrang mahal. And I was just like, fine, it's okay. And it is just like one of the vendor was asking me, how was your sale? Because she wants to help me to be successful in order for me to sell the product that they are selling to us. Sabi ko, there's no bite. Sabi ko, kako, ganito. So, in-explain ko sa kanya. Sabi niya, do you know that they are lucky to have you? But I think that they are taking you for granted for the skills that you can do. And a lot of opportunities came in. There's so many hiring, so many people who will try to steal me away. But I have my, how can I say? I have my word. Sabi ko sa kanila na I opened this business with them. I help them, do the business, the outside sales. I was the one who actually introduced the outside sales, and I have my word and I want to keep going. Sabi naman nila, if you are stuck, don't be afraid to leave. Sabi sa akin. Sabi ko, yeah, I'll let you know. Yun ang mga ganon tipo. Yeah, so after 8 months of having the frustrations plus 2 months delayed in my mileage, ito pa. Maraming red flag, but I was just like, they're new, they don't know what they're doing, etc., etc., blah blah blah. When I submitted my mileage, in the beginning I asked them for a lump sum. Yung lump sum lang. Sabi ko sa kanila, give me a lump sum so you're not overpaying, etc. But then they said, no, give me the total of your mileage. Okay, now the mileage is 70 cents per mile. When I submitted my mileage, it wasn't little because I travel everywhere. And there was a question, is she really going? Is she really driving? You know, that's what the question. And I said, the mileage that you are paying minus the toll fee, minus whatever, my insurance, is nothing. You are paying me because of the mileage that I put in my car. It's the wear and tear. If I have a flat tire, you're not paying that. It's me. I pay my toll fee. I'm not asking you the toll fee. And she's like, yeah, we didn't think about that, etc., etc. Now 2 months I wasn't paid with my mileage, and I have the assumption that they were tracking me out, and that is illegal. Okay, there was like, I think the month of June, I was taking pictures where I am, and I'll text them, hey, this business is blah blah blah, this business is blah blah blah. I'm taking pictures with a timestamp just to prove them that I am in the place that I said. So there's like, the trust is not there, the support is not there. They rather wants me to fold clothing rather than me building business outside. I cannot open my computer inside and send an email or contact people. I cannot be on my phone, which my phone is my business. When I am in the store, I have to work my ass up, climb ladders, and fold that pants 1,000 times, or vacuum the floor, or do inventory. Anything that they can have you work without break is their preference. So August, I was so frustrated. I wasn't paid for my mileage for 2 months, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done. And there was no so if you recall, there was like a tent sale. Okay, there was a tent sale, and from that tent sale we sold 20,000, and I got blamed why all of the stuff that they put on sale wasn't sold totally, because I did not bring all my buyers in to buy their sale. I argued that to them before the sale. I said, this manager has responsibility to look after his people, and he is paid probably $100 per hour, and he is not going to leave his employee unattended just to go shopping with us. His priority is his company. And they don't believe me. And I said, nobody will come out here and buy and sell and, you know, and shop over the tent. Nobody will do that. And they said, yeah, you have to book them an appointment and bring them over here. And I said, they're sporadic. They are like an hour away. They are like a director of the hospital. I cannot pull them away from their work. So I got blamed later when there was 50% of the sale that wasn't sold. But they sold 20,000, but they were not happy. And I come to the realization that whether you do, you know, good, still you're not perfect. You know, they never said thank you, Angie, for your help. They never, no appreciation at all. Instead, all negativity, right? So I learned my lesson. They never value their employees. They never value your effort, your hard work in order for their company to succeed. They see this. They know that I spend money for this. They know that I spend money for the flipbook. They know that I spend money for my flyers. But never did they offer and say, hey, I'll pay you half of that. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Angie. I'll pay for that. Submit, give me the receipt. I'll refund you. Never. So my realization was like, why why am I letting go of the opportunity outside where I can make some money, better money, and stay here where I am paid, trickle. So 8 months, 8 months lang po ang tinagal ko sa kanila. I cannot tolerate it anymore. I cannot take it anymore because I come home with body pain. Kasi every week nga namin niro-rotate yung store. Every week kang naghahakot. Every week kang nagpupush ng mabigat. Yung kanila pa namang mga rack ang bibigat. Then nagpupush ka ng mga karton-karton na mga products kasi you have to put them in a box in order to put the other one and move it around, and nakakapagod. Ang sakit sa balakang, ang sakit sa likod, ang sakit sa katawan, yung paa mo. Plus you cannot sit down. Once you're in the store, you cannot sit down. Yeah. So I said to myself, I have to leave. I didn't have a contract with them. I didn't have a non-compete with them. I told them that I have another opportunity and I have to go. They were victim blaming. Nagagalit sila. Sabi nila, bakit ko sila iiwanan? Bakit ko daw ganito, blah, blah, blah. What else can they offer me to stay? And I said, nothing. Because I have given you chances. I have given you 4 months just to print me a catalog, but you can't give me a catalog. The frustrations that I have to fight over. Walang flyers. Wala lahat. I ask you that in order for me to compete with the rest of the big box stores and compete with the known companies, I have to compete even just a visual, even just a catalog. So my basis yung tao kung anong dapat nilang orderin. And they said, yeah, I told you that it's gonna be expensive, blah blah blah. And I said, I don't ask you to print me 1,000. You print me 20, but there's nothing left. That was it. And they're like, they expect that I can how can I say, I can magically recreate another 20 on my hand. I told them that what you don't realize is I have given you all my knowledge, all my contacts, a revenue that you didn't have in the past, customers businesses that wasn't your account, businesses that you did not want to open with you but opened because of me, and I leave that to you. I'm not bringing it with me. And they never said thank you for the business. They never said anything, but they kept saying that I'm unfair, blah blah blah, and business like that, it takes years before it's gonna go successful. And I'm like, well, my brain doesn't work that way. I said I have a better opportunity that is giving me all the support, and I have the potential of earning more. So I'm not gonna stay because I'm afraid to rock the boat. So I left after 8 months. Okay. So lesson learned. If you're stuck, in a job that doesn't fit, don't be afraid to leave sooner. Leave sooner than you plan. Your career is a journey and not a straight line. I can tell you that, guys. If you're stuck and your career doesn't fit you, don't be afraid to leave. Don't stay because you're afraid to rock the boat. I've been there. Okay, so I am in a new company right now that is offering work from home. So I'll be working from home. Okay, today is my first day, and on my first day I already earned more than $500 in one customer. Code comes in so quick, the support come in, name it. Okay, the regional manager came in and come with me to my customer to close the deal. I have all the samples in front of me I've never asked. I have all the flyers in front of me that I've never asked. I have all the catalogs in front of me that I've never asked. Everything that I wished for is there. And I never felt free. Okay? Last January when I left the other company, I was angry. Angry in a different, yung ibang klaseng angry na galit ka sa sarili mo. Bakit hindi mo finite? Bakit hindi mo talagang ni-reason out yung ganon? Bakit mo hinayaan silang ganon-ganonin ka lang? But this time, I reason out, and I've never felt free. I can work from home. I can work anytime. I can do, anything I want. There's no clock in, there's no clock out. And they never push you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. Just remember, don't settle for less. Good night.